Yo, what's going on guys, it is Foxy298 here and welcome back to a brand new episode of the F1 Project for you guys today here on the channel. Today we are here for part number 7, or episode 7 of the F1 Project, and we are here for the Belgian and Italian Grand Prix. Now, before we get into today's episode, we're first of all going to go and have a look at the R&D tree, because this beautiful R&D tree here is the most important thing about this series. And obviously, why is it so important? If you guys haven't watched a single episode of the F1 Project, and this is the first time you're ever watching it, the aim of this series is to upgrade absolutely everything on the Mercedes, starting from nothing upgraded all the way up to the top, and that's exactly what we are doing. So, as you can see, you're probably thinking to yourselves as well, why on earth have we done so much on the powertrain and on nothing else? Now, the rules of this series are as follows. We have to upgrade every single minor upgrade first. Once we've upgraded every single minor upgrade, we can then upgrade all of the major upgrades. And then once we've done the major, we can go to ultimate. Now, the only time the rule actually changes ever so slightly is, for example, if I've done all the powertrain upgrades here, I then go over to the next minor upgrades. Here it is, but there's a major upgrade in the way. I can upgrade the major piece so I can get actually access to these minor parts here. So that's the only time where it changes. But we're here for the Belgian Grand Prix. R&D progress-wise, Red Bull have made a small upgrade heading into this race to try and close this down, but we still have a comfortable advantage over them, pretty much neutral as of where we've been all season. We do have an engine upgrade on the way for Italy, and then as soon as we get to the Italian Grand Prix, we then have one more upgrade to make hopefully to get on the car for Singapore, and then we are done with the engine side for probably the rest of the season. But let's get into qualifying. Let's see if we can have a good result, and we'll go from there. Well, that wasn't enough to beat Lewis Hamilton on that occasion. It's going to be a front row start, though, which is brilliant. So we're going to be starting P2 for the Belgian Grand Prix. But Lewis Hamilton does beat us to the end to get pole position. And as you can see there, it is by just under 0.2 of a second. And then the rest of the field about half a second back. So Mercedes pretty much regaining that form that we've had in qualifying, where we've been about half a second also clear of the rest of the field. But we were a little bit down in the first sector. I'm not gonna lie, I had a lot of screen freezes during that lap as well. The game just not really wanted to function properly. But it didn't really make that much of a difference. Only in turn 1, I lost a bit of time, but was it really 0.2 plus worth? Probably not. Okay, so we're on the grid then to start this Belgian Grand Prix, and as you can see, it's a one-stop strategy. I'm going to apologise for this episode. It seems like my game is very much jumping, or the frame rate is very low at the moment, so I'm not sure why. It's been fine. It's literally just tonight now. It's just decided it wants to be gay, so I mean, the frame rates is retarded. I still got him though. Told you I'd get him off the line. Now I've got to be worried now going up the hill. Now I'm the one in trouble. Kind of shot myself in the foot doing this. Take the inside and just keep it. I'm good. There you go. I remember in this game when it was literally 100% impossible to beat the AIs off the start. Now all of a sudden I'm able to just do it all the time. Beating Hamilton on like every circumstance. He's coming back at me though. This is going to be another one of these stressful races where I'm going to have to deal with Hamilton's attack. Here he comes. There's just not enough room. Here he comes. Hamilton towards the outside of Blanchimont. He'll back out of this one, 100%. I'll make him back out of it if he doesn't want to. Jesus. Oh, the frames are doing my head in as well. I have nothing else open. I've not had a single problem in this series ever. Till now. It's causing lots of problems. We don't like it. I want a clean game. Ho 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 ho. Slide me up, Dad. Right, okay. It looks like I'm going to have to run high engine modes because everyone behind me is just flat out going for me. Can I give Vettel slipstream? I will, actually. Because now they should go side by side. Never mind, Vettel is a baby and didn't decide to go all out for it. I've lost this lead now. I'm not going to be able to defend this, no chance. Unless they're literally rocking... No, they're not rocking high engine modes. I'll be okay then. You can hold that. Right. Really struggling. Just like Germany, just like Silverstone. It's like all the races so far. I'm just not finding my groove on these soft tyres. I bet you as soon as I go onto mediums, this entire field will spread out and I'll be really comfortable. Why would I come in on lap 7 to change to softs? Sorry, to mediums. I want to do that straight away. Hello, Lewis. How you doing, bud? You okay? You going for an overtake? Oh, touch a bit. Yep, fine. Leave you a bit of room. No more. Not gonna lie though, this game is just currently running. That was bad. This game is running so poorly right now. I'm definitely going to have to restart my PC once I finish this race. Because I just can't race on this. It feels so bad. That's why I'm making mistakes and maybe not, you know, taking the corners properly, etc. Because I'm just struggling with the way the game's performing right now. It's literally, I'm probably running on like, I'd say 25 frame rate. Frames per second at some places. Maybe less. Has Hamilton got max engine modes? Got hiccups? No, he's not. No, that'll be cool. This is what I mean. I'm literally trying to come into the pitch. You can see how much my game is freezing all the time. Look at this, man. Jesus Christ, I've never had this before.
Right, some information on Hamilton. They seem to have an issue.
Well, that's just killed off this fight. Me and him have been back and forth on pace throughout the entirety of this race. You know, I've managed, as soon as we came out of the pits, to build up a 1 second advantage, and then from then on in, it's been hovering at between 1.6 to 2 seconds the whole way through. Now this issue for Hamilton. Oh my god, this freaking frame rate is pissing me off. It's just stopped him from mounting any sort of a challenge, so I don't even need to contest anymore. Here we are then. Last stop chicane, final time. Checkered flag coming up. That's another race win for us. And yeah, I seem to be following a very similar trend with all these races at the moment so far. It's my game. You can see, look how much its fucking frame rates are just dropping, man. But yeah, we're following a trend over these past 4 races especially. I've just been absolutely god-awful at the start of the stint. And then as soon as I've chucked on the medium tyres and just come into the pit stop and I'm on fresh tyres to the end, then my pace is right up there, if not faster. Like in this case, me and Hamilton in this race in Belgium, there was nothing ready to separate us. I was pushing hard. I built up a gap up to 2 seconds. And then all of a sudden Hamilton came back at me, dropped it to 1.4 seconds. I built it back up to 1.6, 1.8, and then obviously had a problem with the car. So that was his own doing there. But we've just been so back and forth between the pair of us. So really good contest there between myself and Lewis Hamilton. And as we have a look then at the standings when it wants to actually load, which will probably take about 10 years. There we go. Right, so yeah, we won the race by 4.2 seconds in the end. Again, Hamilton having the issue towards the end of the last lap there. Managed to pull out like 3 seconds. So whatever issue we had, it was a pretty big one. Ferrari getting a great result though for themselves in their fight versus Red Bull. Lucas Weber has an awful... Actually, oh no, he started P15. Oh, well, that's strange. I didn't even realise that. But yeah, Ferrari outdoing Red Bull here today. As we have a look then at the Drivers' Championship, you will be able to see when it's going to load. Oh, it's going to take so long to load. Oh, Christ, there we go. So we've got 307 points between myself and Lewis Hamilton. Sorry, 52 points separate us. I'm on 377 points. There we go. 151 points, those separates ourselves from the rest. In terms of the Constructors' Championship, it's 582 points versus Ferrari on 280. It's a 282 point difference in there. And that's where we go. For this race, I'm not going to include the replay cameras like I tend to do in some of my things, just because this game seems to be having a lot of issues. I know I'm just going to have problems when going into replay mode and trying to get out different shots, so I'll leave all that for the Italian Grand Prix. I'm just going to advance it and go onwards, and then for the Italian Grand Prix, I'll get more cameras in. I'll restart my PC and have a little look at it and see why it's causing it. Because like I said, I've had no problems playing. In fact, to be honest, F1 2019 for me has been the smoothest game for me to play on PC. So for it to be performing in a bad way, look at this, I've never really had that. So I need to have a little nose. What do you want, mate? Well, there we go. So we re-overtake Hamilton in the rivalry on that front once again. In terms of bonus R&D points, obviously we can just get the maximum amount of R&D points in a race weekend. So you can see there, picking up a nice juicy amount of R&D points, and that puts us to 1800 for that section. So what we're going to be doing is I'm going to be having a look at, first of all, my power units. So we're on 5%, 19 for 14 for 19. So we need the control electronics, energy store, and the MG UK. So we're going to go straight over to the R&D chart, and we're going to go ahead and put an upgrade on for the MG UK for the durability, and then we're going to put one on for the, what was the other bits that needed looking at? I've forgotten already. I need to go and check again. It was, let's not be an idiot. There we go. Right. So it was the MG UK, energy store and control electronics. Let's go with the, let's just pick Vettel as my rival. Sure, whatever. I'll still smash him anyway. And then we are going to do the control electronics. Now we'll do energy store actually for the ERS side of things. So there we go. 2 upgrades going onto the car, both going to be for durability, and then it means hopefully this engine upgrade comes on for Italy next time, and then via the next race in Italy we can purchase this upgrade here for the fuel flow, and then if we can do that, we then will hopefully be able to get this team goal here for 600 R&D points, and after that we can then also purchase some of these major upgrades and get cracking with the chassis and aero side, which we haven't been able to do all season long, which I'll be really looking forward to. So we're going to move on to the Italian Grand Prix now and see how we can get on in that weekend. Alright then guys, so welcome to the Italian Grand Prix then for the second race here for the F1 project. In today's side, you can see firstly we've got the fuel consumption has now been applied to the car, and then also we have got the 2 durability stuff that we did. So we did the energy store and we also did the MG UK. Now, we're going to go ahead and make this upgrade here for the fuel flow regulator. That's 666 resource points, so we're going to slap that onto the car, ready for the Singapore Grand Prix. And this does mean now, finally, we can now break away from the powertrain and we can start upgrading the chassis and the aero. It's only taken me till now, but finally we can do that. So that's absolutely awesome. But we're going to get into qualifying and see how he gets on, and then I'll see you at the end of my lap when hopefully we could try and get pole position. Thank you very much for my pole position. And that is a great lap there. In fact, when was the last time I got pole? I didn't get pole in Hungary. I was way off the pace. Did I get pole in Germany? Yeah, I think I did. That kind of spoils it. Whoa, hold on a second. Devon Butler just set a faster qualifying that lap than Lewis Hamilton did. Jesus Christ. I wasn't expecting that. I mean, all in given, the fact is that Devon set a 120.2. I set a 120.1 in practice. So I would have got pole even by my practice lap. Wow. I didn't realise I was that quick. Weber didn't even beat Norris. Jeez. That's actually a surprising qualifying session, you know. When was the last time that Mercedes didn't have a front row lockout? Well, apart from Germany, obviously. I take it back. What do you want, babes?
Do you think that Devon will be able to carry
no.
qualifying into the
Either way, we'll be ready for him.
starting at the front with Devon alongside?
No, it really doesn't. And yeah, I just wish I'd had his car back there. No. Showmanship.
Great. Well, that's everything.
Thanks. Bugger off. Leave me to it. Man's got a race to get to. I'll see you at the track. Well, this has just changed the complexity of this race in a big format. It's going to be a full an intermediate Grand Prix. Well, in that case then, that kind of put me off track. And actually look at the weather, to be honest. And also, what I'm going to do is I'm going to lower my fuel very far down. I'm going to put half a lap of fuel in there because I just never use it. And maybe that's why I'm struggling so much on the start. So I'll give it a go and we'll see how he gets on. But a wet race all the way through. Let's give it our all. Let's hopefully not let Butler win. Initially, a decent start. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, I bumped Butler. I've got nowhere for Hamilton to go now. Ugh. I broke very early, I'm not going to lie to you. I didn't know where to brake. I've got to adjust myself now into the wet weather conditions, get a flow going. And then hopefully I can try and build up some momentum. End of the first lap. Already a breakaway between the Mercedes and the Ferraris. We've got myself leading ahead of Devon Butler and then Hamilton just in behind. Very close though. Again, I've missed that corner. I'm braking too late. I'm braking 50 meters before I would normally brake, because I normally brake at the 100 meter board for obviously. Clearly that's too late. I've managed to nail where the braking point is for the first corner now. That's set in stone. It's just the other points of the circuit I'm just unaware of. Hamilton's going to go for an attack on Butler into the chicane. Into Ascari. Oh shit. I've just made my life a mess. What they're doing though behind is making their own lives a mess. That's just going to allow me to pull away. I'm actually going to put the engine into a higher engine mode just to pull away. Lewis Hamilton has found his way past Devon Butler. And now Butler and Vettel are scrapping a little bit for their position. That now leaves Lewis Hamilton to run free. I paused then because I wanted to try and make this corner, and I finally have done it. Finally managed to brake for it, which is just a glorious moment in my life. I now have a small gap here, but I don't know if Hamilton's going to claw onto the back of me or not. Just got to wait and see, really. See how my pace goes. I think the Ferraris are still slightly in slipstream of Hamilton, so they should maybe get a run. One of the Red Bulls is coming into their own as well and coming into it. Poor Pierre Gasly. Poor man. Out of the race. That's unfortunate for him. We won't be seeing Pierre Gasly no more in the Toro Rosso. Both the Ferraris as well have just completely screwed each other over because they've been fighting so hard that they've actually allowed one of the Red Bulls to come into the play and start scrapping with them. Hamilton's now broken away from that train. So the two Mercedes cars now in a world of their own. Till, well, whenever someone else gets into it. I'm running really slow in the final sector as well. I keep setting quick sectors until the final sector, and I can't actually set the fastest lap yet. There we go, new fastest lap of the race so far. Comfortable now. I'm comfortable. I think I should be able to guide this home. If Ferrari's day started off well, it's only going to get worse because it's just been told that Vettel's got some mechanical problems, so he's going to be dropping way down the field now. And Jeff needs to shut up. Hamilton's closing that gap. Wow, he just took half a second out of me in the middle sector alone. Maybe I need to pick up the pace again. I haven't exactly done anything wrong. I made a mistake in the exit of the Curva Grande chicane where Charles and Hamilton came to baby blows in Italy, but apart from that, I think Lewis has got some pace. Okay then, so here we come then, round the final corner for the last time here at the Italian Grand Prix, and that's going to be the race win, and a 1:29.7, fastest lap as well in the process there, and a very, very simple race in all fairness. It took us a couple of laps just to get used to the car in the wet weather conditions around Italy, but as soon as we got used to the wet weather conditions, we pretty much had matching pace with Lewis Hamilton. The gap was sort of hovering around 3 seconds, then it dropped to 2 seconds because Hamilton closed in the gap, and then on that last lap then I managed to push and just understand my braking point, or the second to last lap actually was when I started to push just to get a feel for the car, just so I could go for another fastest lap there. But we take the race win here at Italy, and we're really in a great swing of just consistent race victories now, which is fantastic for us because obviously we are coming to the second half. We're in to the second half of the season, and we're going to be coming to a lot of my weak tracks versus the AI, obviously, with the likes of Russia, Japan, Mexico, USA, Brazil. I'm just not really good around those circuits, so I am expecting to struggle versus Lewis Hamilton especially. So taking these race wins now is absolutely amazing for us. But when it's going to load in, here we go. We're going to have a look at the final race results. You can see there, we did set the fastest lap anyway, I think. Well, we were, what, 5 tenths quicker? 6 tenths quicker? We would have set the fast lap anyway, but we did it anyway. Mercedes 1-2, Butler finishing in P3 ahead of Verstappen, and then it's Magnussen from Norris, Leclerc, Stroll, Vettel with his problems, finishing down in P9, Fiat in 10th. And one of the Red Bulls has gone missing. It's Lucas Weber that's gone missing. There he is. He started in P17 and he only finished in 15th place. Jesus Christ, he had an awful race. Wow. In the Drivers' Championship, though, the gap is now 60 points between myself and Lewis Hamilton. But obviously, that's all to play for, as Vettel is in front of Devon Butler, who's overtaken Weber after his non-point scoring finish. Verstappen actually closing in slightly on him. In the Constructors' Championship, though, Mercedes 309 points clear of Ferrari, who are 40 points clear of Red Bull. So their fight is still ongoing. And I think it's pretty much safe to say that we've wrapped up pretty much both Drivers' and Constructors' Championship for the season. But of course, as we aim to max out the Mercedes, which is what we're going to be doing, if there are any regulation changes, then of course that could spice things up. We could drop down, a team could fight upwards. So the next couple of seasons, it's going to be great. Yeah, it's so good. I don't even mind sharing it with him. I do actually mind, to be honest. I'm not going to lie to you. To start, well, did I feel comfortable? To start with, yeah, but I had a great team behind me to mitigate that.
You had a close battle today, didn't you?
Yeah, kinda. We didn't really fight at all, really. Not once. Could you get your act together and stop being a plum sack, I guess? Emma? Yes, I was also meant to say Claire, by the way, not Emma, my bad. But as you can see then, we are now 19 points ahead to 14 in the rivalry between myself and Hamilton. 7 points to 3 versus Vettel in the rivalry. Now, we are going to get our team goal, which is amazing. It was to score 40 points. We managed to score 52, if my maths is correct. That's 900 resource points coming to the bank. 1,300. There we go. So, we've done that, which is beautiful, and we're sort of balancing back out into the middle. You have... Oh! Well. I see. We've won the Constructors' Championship. It's only Italian Grand Prix. Oh, and you guys thought the Mercedes dominance in real life was a pain in the backside. Imagine what it's like if... I didn't even realise I'd won that. Did we actually? Wait, hang on. Season... Oh yeah, because they're on 290 sets. So even if me and Hamilton didn't score a single point now for the rest of the season, they wouldn't beat us. Wow. That's actually quite funny, I'm not going to lie to you. Yeah, that's cool. Well, anyway, we won the Constructors' Championship then. Maybe that's something to put into the title of this video. But finally, we can now begin upgrading in a new area. Now, where do we want to go is the main thing. Red Bull got a good chassis. Aerodynamics is also sort of there or thereabouts. Now, it's where do I really want to upgrade the car? Now, personally, the car just doesn't feel good in the high-speed corners. So with that in mind, I'm going to start working on the aerodynamics because I just don't like the way the car is going through high-speed corners. Slow-speed corners is still fine. However, I will be unlocking this chassis weight reduction in the next episode. So we can unlock that and we can begin our upgrades. But it depends if we do get a regulation change. And I swear to God, if it's for the power unit, I'm gonna cry. But if you guys have enjoyed the episode, make sure to drop it a like and subscribe if you're new around here as well. And I will see you guys for that next episode in the Singapore and Russian Grand Prix very, very soon. So thank you very much for watching. Take care all. Peace.